Hello, my name is Samar. I also go by Sam or First Time Panner. Any of those you want to call me, you can. This will be an update for my 54321 project, and this is the mid-year update. So this is kind of a big one as far as milestones. I theoretically should be done with half of the items that I started this project with, which, if you didn't know, was 15. Yes, I'm trying to pan 15 lip products to completion this year, which is very different from how this project started, which initially this was created by Elizabeth from Shiny Happy Pans, and she'll be linked in my description box. She's on Instagram, but yeah, originally this project was created by her to be just 5 items with any goal, and I wanted to do, when I first started this project 3 years ago, 2.5 years ago, I wanted to do only lip products with all finish goals. And then after 2 years of doing that, I got a little bit bored, or not bored, but I got a little bit nervous actually, because I was like, I need to kind of amp up how many lip products I'm finishing, because a lot of them were 5 years old. The previous 2 years I only had one lip product that was 5 years old, and now I have a bunch because 2021 is when I first started buying makeup. So that kind of kicked my butt into gear, and I was already finishing my 5 lip products well before the year ended anyway. So I was like, let me just do 5 items for my 5-year-old products, 4 items for my 4-year-old products, and so on. I thought it was going to be easy. I don't know why. Basically, I'm nowhere near being done with half of my items. Yeah, it's kind of tragic actually, but I will say this update is comparatively very good. So I'm just gonna get into my items, and I also do have something that I'm swapping. And I'll start with my boring ones as always, my NYX Butter Glosses. These are just 5 of my 7 5-year-old butter glosses, but these are all the brown shades, and I love my brown lip products. However, I am going very slowly with these because these are, I would say, not super opaque, but they do have color to them, so I tend to wear them on their own when I do wear them, instead of topping them on a lipstick. So that's why they're going so slowly. However, I do have pretty good progress. Sorry, I had a coughing fit earlier and it's still a little bit there. I do have really good progress on Fudge Me. This is just the plain neutral brown. This is one that I was using a lot, or really the most out of all of them, because it's just the neutral brown. It goes with really anything. And then I was kind of unofficially panning Caramel, which is the warm brown, last year. So, and even holding it like this, I can see, if you can see the windowing there, I have scraped the sides. Yeah, you can see the windowing there. I have scraped the sides really well, so there's not a lot left in either of these. But I did finally use Brownie Drip, which is the red toned brown out of all these, which previously this, and probably still, is my least used lip gloss, but I used this in my 2luxe1 palette in June. So I finally got more use on this, but as I keep saying, I decided to not even consider taking the stopper out of these until well into the last quarter of the year, because once you take the stopper out of these butter glosses, at least all the ones I've ever had, after about a month they start to smell bad, and after about 2 months they're kind of just bad enough where I have to declutter them. So I'm just using them, I'm scraping them as much as possible, and getting as much product as I can with the stopper still in. But that is the update for these. Probably the most exciting year as far as updates is my 4-year-old products, and that's because there's a lot happening with this year. Sorry, my voice is still a little, I don't know what's happening. But the most exciting part is I did finish these 2 Chubby Stick-esque products from Revlon. Both finished these past month. It's kind of crazy, but these are the Revlon Kiss Bombs in the shade Fresh Strawberry and Berry Burst. I bought 3 of these back in 2022 when I thought Super Strawberry from Clinique was being discontinued, and at the time that was one of my favorite and one of my most repurchased lip products, so I went on the hunt for a dupe. The closest one ended up being Berry Burst, which looks like this, but then I also bought 2 more. The Fresh Strawberry I thought was going to be the closest because the packaging looks the same, and actually somehow the swatch of this one looks darker, even though this is way lighter than Berry Burst. But either way, these are both finished. That part that you see is just the plastic. I am very, very excited. I finished this one first. This is Berry Burst, which is the more purpley one. Last update, or maybe no, 2 updates ago, I noticed that this one was starting to get a bit of a funny taste. It didn't like smell bad or look different or anything or give me a bad reaction, but whenever bits of it would like get in my mouth, it would just taste bad. So I started using it on my cheeks, hoping to speed up the process, but then it started tasting really, really bad, like more and more every day. So I exclusively used it on my cheeks, and I don't know what that was, that Roxy doing something. Eventually I just exclusively used it on my cheeks, and I got through a really good chunk of it. I'll also show you on the paper. That first month of using it on my cheeks, I got through this much product. So I just continued using it that way. And then a few weeks later, or maybe even less than that, I finished what was left, which was this much. And even though Fresh Strawberry, which is, it rolled away, the lighter one, even though this one was fine as far as like it was not going bad on me, I kind of just wanted to use it up anyway. So I started using this on both my lips and my cheeks, but mostly my cheeks because it goes much faster that way. And I was able to use up the last bit. That this one had more progress initially because this was my purse lip balm, so it already had really good progress. And just since last update, I was able to use the rest of it, which was that much, and now these are both done. So that is so, there's Rosie. That is so exciting. I currently only have one more of the 3 that I originally bought, which leads me to my swap, because I did mention last time that having 2 dark brown lip liners in this project was just overwhelming, especially because my original plan was to use this up with a really light lip gloss, which is this one that's also in this project. And then if I ran out of that lip gloss, I was gonna swap it with my LYS lip oil that was like the exact same color, and just use up this lip liner that way. And then that lip oil from LYS went bad, so I knew that I would not be able, there was like no chance ever that I was going to finish both of these lip liners, because I'm already using this one all over my lips as like a lipstick, and I still have some of it left. So I wanted to find something to swap this out with like another 4-year-old item in my collection, and I realized, especially since I just finished the other 2, I can just swap this out for the 3rd Kiss Balm that I have in my collection and just be done with them. Even though I do like having these because it's like my only like summer spring pink lip product. All my others are like brown tones. You know, I may as well just get through it, especially since the Berry Burst one was starting to turn. You never know, this one might as well. So I just thought I may as well throw it in, and it is summer, so I'm definitely going to be getting a lot of use on I rolled it up because I realized I thought I had marked it when I started using this, but I didn't. So I just marked it now, but yeah, I may as well just roll it in. I'm gonna get a ton of use on it, not only as a purse lip balm, but probably just for any look that requires like a bright lip. This is the type of color that I always go for, so I know I'm gonna get a decent amount of use on it throughout the summer. And then once it's out of season, if I haven't finished it, I can always use it up as a blush. So as of right now, this is how much product I have in the tube. So just this much to get through, and I know that I can very easily get through this, especially much faster than the Charlotte Tilbury lip liner. So that is no longer in this project, and I can put this away and stop worrying about it, at least until next year. But then the lip liner that is staying in this project is my ABH lip liner in the shade Malt, and this has actually, why am I holding it like this? You can't see that. This has actually gone down a lot. I haven't marked it yet. I can just tell. Let me do like a live marking for this. Oh my god. Okay, I've used up more in this past month, more than is left. Granted, I will say the like line that I made for like the bottom of the product was just an estimate. Like, I estimated that it was going to end around there because that's like the length of the cap, and I'm probably not going to be able to use it anymore once the product is smaller than the cap. But this is how much I have left. I've used that much this past month, and I think it was because of the like wake up call I had last month. I was like, next update is the mid-year mark, and I haven't even finished one of the 2 lip liners in this project. And then also I took the stopper out of the lip gloss that I was using with this, and you know, like I said with the butter glosses, once I take the stoppers out of stuff, things tend to start going bad. So I really wanted to use this lip combo as many times as possible. And yeah, I kind of just went ham on this. I also just realized I have not been doing swatches of these lip products. So this is the Revlon Kiss Balm in Sweet Cherry. And then this is the ABH Malt Lip Liner. I'll also just, like for now, to show you comparisons, swatch the Charlotte Tilbury lip liner as well. It was just slightly darker than the ABH one, so it was like there was no point of having both of them in this project. And then these are all of the NYX butter glosses. This is Brownie Drip, the red toned one. This is Fudge Me, which is just the plain neutral one. This is Caramel, which is the warm tone one. This is Spiked Toffee, which is the pink toned one, and then this is Lava Cake, which is just the dark brown, but it does look slightly pink toned because I pair this with a pink liquid lipstick that I'm panning in another project, so I think it just has a little bit of that lipstick on it. Moving on to my 3-year-old products, and this is also an exciting update. I mean, the non-exciting part is a product that for a second month in a row I have not used at all, and this is the LYS Speak Love Smooth Glide Lip Pencil in the shade Driven, which is a pink tone brown, and I'll swatch it here. That's what it looks like. It does pair well with Spiked Toffee. Originally I was pairing this with my 1-year-old product that I finished after like 2 months, which was the Makeup by Mario lip gloss stick things, and that was like a pink one. And ever since I finished that, my progress on this has just gotten worse and worse, and then I haven't even used it in the past 2 months. But I will force myself to use this more, just not this month, because I was trying to finish other things, including the one that I finished this past month, which is my REM lipstick, and it's the one that I'm wearing now for the last time. This is the what I just call the slim lipstick because I can never remember the name. It's in the shade oh my god, I can't believe it. Was this like the Mandela effect? I've literally this entire time been calling this the shade Cloudy. It's the shade Cuddly. I'm so sorry if I've been confusing you guys this whole time. This is the shade Cuddly. I don't know where I got Cloudy. Maybe that's like the shade of another lipstick. This is the shade Cuddly. It's just a neutral medium brown. And in fact, it's the exact same color as a different slim lipstick that I'm panning in a different project, which is why this one took me so long to get through. I rolled this in, I think like a month or 2 into the project as a replacement for a different lipstick that went bad on me that I had to declutter. And initially I thought, oh, I'll get through this in like 1, maybe 2 months, because I have panned one of these before and it literally took me a month because this was basically the only lip product that I was wearing. So I know that I can get through, and I think there's like even less product in this one. So I knew that I could get through it in a month if I wanted to. However, again, I'm panning over 15 lip products this year. So I had to kind of spread the love, and this ended up taking me, I think, like 4 months. No, it took me 5 months of progress. And look, I literally even wrote Cloudy on the progress paper. But this is how much product I had left last time, and I was really pushing myself to use this as much as possible, which was difficult because I was also trying to use this like lip combo with the light lip gloss, and it gives almost the exact same color, so I was kind of balancing between the two, but I knew that I could finish this one for sure. So the past few days, I've literally only been wearing this on my lips all day, every day. And I was finally able to finish it. So here's the proof that I finished Cuddly. There's nothing left. That part that you can see is just the plastic, but it has like lipstick smudged on it. And I can probably get a tiny bit out to give you a swatch, but that's what it looks like. It's just such a great color and the formula is amazing. However, I will say that if you wear this for too long, it does stain your lips. So I noticed that if I like was wearing this and then I reapplied it without taking off what I previously had before, I would always end the day with like what looked like lip liner around my lips because it stained my lips brown. So if that's something you want to avoid, maybe don't get this, but otherwise I had absolutely no problems with this. It didn't go bad on me and it was 3 years old, and these ones from LYS, I love them, but they will sometimes go bad on you after a year. So I do recommend these REM ones, and I'm so excited to have another empty in this project. I really needed it because it was looking bleak halfway through the year. But the last 3-year-old product is this Dose of Colors Orpha collab, and it's the lip gloss in the shade 143. Last time, as I mentioned, I did take the stopper out of this, and I already had like barely anything left last month, but I thought, let me just take the stopper out so I can get what's on the sides. So I did that, and technically I'm not done with this, so I'm not going to call it done this update, but there's like, as you can see from the sides, it's like well, let me actually scrape the sides so you can see better. It just like, it's basically all scraped out, and then like what's left on the wand and the doe foot right now is like all that's left of this. So I know for sure that next time this definitely will be an empty. I'm just gonna keep wearing this combo until it's done, and then who knows, maybe this will also be an empty, because like, at least from my estimate of when this will be done, this past month I used more than what is left. So potentially 2 really good empties next time. And this is what that lip gloss looks like. And then finally, the 2 that I have left are my 2 lip oils from LYS in the shades Dark Chocolate and Chocolate Cherry. This is just another like mid-toned neutral brown, which is why, as you can see from the progress lines, well, this is where I was last time if you didn't know, and this is also the settle line here. Yeah, I have not used this even, no, actually I think I used it 1 time since last update, so I have no like visible progress to show. But yeah, I was not using this because the other 2 neutral brown lip looks that I was going for with like the lip liner and lip gloss and then the REM lipstick, those took precedence over this one. So yeah, no progress on this, and maybe no progress on this next month as well, since I'm trying to finish this lip duo. But after that's done, I'm probably going to be wearing this all the time because this is such an easy thing to throw on. Like, it's very comfortable. I mean, it's a lip oil, but also because it's a neutral, like medium brown, it goes with almost anything. So this is very easy to wear. And in fact, like, I was not panning either of these up until like this year. And when I rolled these into the project, they already both had really good progress on both of them because I just like reach for these naturally. But yeah, that's the update on this. Also, no update on this one. I'm still up here, but the thing is, I know I've used this like pretty much the exact same as this one, so there's no reason the progress line should be way up there, but I'm pretty sure there's an air bubble in here that just will not come out no matter what I do. So yeah, we'll just have to see one day once the air bubble comes out where I actually am. I have used this once or twice this past month, but nothing crazy. Like, I wouldn't be able to show you a progress line since last time anyway. I feel like this whole time I've just been kind of like rambling and not really making sense because I'm trying to get my words out as quickly as possible. But yeah, basically this is still on the project and will be for a while. And here are the swatches of that. This is Dark Chocolate and this one is Chocolate Cherry. But that is all of my lip products. So I feel like I still have a lot left in this project, especially when you consider I'm panning 3 other lip products in other projects, like just makeup, not including lip balms. But I don't know, this update kind of gave me a little bit of hope because if you think about it, I'm planning on having both of these done next time. And then that'll still leave me 5 months to finish everything else. And I know that I can like pretty easily get through this, and I don't want to get ahead of myself, but I feel like if I use this both on my lips and on my cheeks, I could probably get through this in 2 months. And even if I was just using on my lips, 3 or 4 months, because it's gonna be like my only purse lip balm at this point. As far as my NYX butter glosses, I'm not really gonna worry about these until, I don't know, maybe like September, because these don't have too much product in them as far as like what I can get with the stopper still in there. So I'm kind of just using them like at my leisure. It won't be until I actually take the stoppers out that I'll kind of see like how much I have left to get through. But I've had these for 5 years, so there can't be like that much product left in them. This one I also know that I can finish because, again, like I said, it's the neutral brown that's really comfortable and easy to wear. So I could get through this if I really put my mind to it in a few months. The only thing that I would be concerned about is my chocolate cherry from LYS, because I feel like I can get through this, but I'd have to wear like specific colors, or I'd have to wear something completely neutral on my eyes to get away with like the purplish tone of this. So this would be the only one that I would really need to like put some effort into. But that's it for this update. I will just see you in my next one, and until then, I hope you have an amazing day. Thank you so much for watching. I'm so excited to see you in my next update. But yeah, until then, bye.